Hello, this is a update on my Wii trim. Had a couple of requests to start documenting videos, so I'll compile some previous videos that I took in addition to I'll also start making videos. So I have my TV hooked up right here. Currently the Wii is off. So this setup is a little bit weird. I created this sort of setup with 3 buck boost converters hooked up to a computer power supply. However, I realized that those things can only hit about 1.3 volts, and I need 1.15 and 1 volt. I might have those flipped, but I need to get pretty low voltage, and I can't get it with those buck boost converters, so I'm gonna have to buy some different ones to make a test setup. Right now, I'm just using a bricked Wii. Whenever you power it on, it just powers on into the health and safety thing and gets stuck there. But since the Wii lets me, I can power a second Wii off of it for some reason without overloading the power supply before it auto turns off after about 30 seconds because just the way this Wii behaves from being bricked. So I have a slight issue with my Wii right now. My U10 relocation is not getting my delayed 3.3 volt signal to the GPU properly. And I accidentally got this working by trying to measure the voltage across that. Here, I'll show you. So I'm going to power the Wii on right here. So now it's on. And I have my voltmeter. I'm going to set it to measure voltage. The black lead is connected to the ground of just all of this. And then my positive lead is connected to this little probe here. And so the Wii does absolutely nothing until I probe that signal line right here, get that 3.3 volts, and now I just wait a couple of seconds, and for some reason it works. So my theory is that the voltmeter is loading down the voltage, or something's not grounded properly, one of the two. I think the voltmeter loads the voltage down just below a passable, like, high voltage for the GPU, and then once I take it off, it brings it back up to that, it brings the voltage back up to a high signal that is detectable. So once I do that, it boots up into the portableized me, but since I don't have the USB hooked up, it won't do anything. However, I did just wire in the GameCube controller. I realized that the 3.3 volts and ground were already attached to this because this motherboard is powered entirely. So I just wired the data line from underneath here on the VIA to the data pin on this controller. So now whenever I steer this joystick, I get the input. And I don't think that the Wii is supposed to work when I hit boot to Wii menu, because then the Wii just crashes, which makes sense. So yeah, it can stay on for quite a bit. I think it's more like 2 minutes, I think, before the Wii automatically turns off. The next step is to get a 5 volt line from this Wii and then hook up the data lines there. I'm probably going to have to get a separate USB port. I'm probably not going to be able to use this one on here just because it's also tied to that original Wii there. So yeah, this about wraps it up for the video. I initially thought this motherboard was actually bricked from when I trimmed it, but now I figured out that just the delayed 3.3 volt signal is not getting out properly. So I'm going to figure out what went wrong. I have a couple other motherboards. I bought a bunch of motherboards off of eBay, so I can use this one. Maybe there's the U10 already relocated, so maybe I can pull that one off there and redo it, or maybe I'll find some other way to get a delayed 3.3 volt signal. I don't know. I'll figure it out. As long as it works now, I can work on other parts of it getting working, like the USB. Thanks for watching.